Hey guys, so today I'm going to be coaching I believe, silver duelist player. I'm going to be coaching him as well as his dad. So I think he might be bronze. I'll ask him in a second. But before we get started, I'm going to make a new way for you guys to get coaching. Instead of being a membership, it'll just be like a one-time payment, which is kind of what I intended it to be in the first place. But if you guys are interested in getting coaching by me, which I think there are a few of you, that'll be here in the server pretty soon. So keep your eyes out for that. Also, if you guys would like to boost the server, I would appreciate that. We need 4 more boosts for the maximum um, thing here. I don't know how to go to it, actually. I don't really care. But basically, if we get to the next plan, we'll have extra things. So if you guys have a boost lying around, that would be awesome. I would appreciate that very much. But otherwise, let's go ahead and get right into it here with Obelisk. Hello? Hello. How are you?
Good, how are you?
I am good. Um, so, are you bronze or silver?
Right now I am bronze, but last act I did hit silver one.
Okay. So you play. I think we talked about like you getting down to just playing a couple of agents and then maybe having like a third to fill onto. I think that
Yes.
would be really useful. And then also your dad
Yes.
playing like a different role, whatever he wants to really.
Yes.
So
Me
other than
personally, from watching him, I think he's a better like
Killjoy.
controller. Yeah, Killjoy or like Omen versus a duelist. Just
Okay.
from watching him myself.
Yeah. Whenever I coach him, we can talk about that. But that's perfect for you then, since you're gonna play duelist, right?
Yeah. I
Okay.
like duelist. I love entry. That's what I like to do.
Yeah. Me too. So it's gonna be pretty easy for me to coach you, I think. So do you have any like primary questions or anything before
Um,
I watch you? Like I know you said you gonna do. Should I do anything like else other than a comp game? Do you like warm up or anything?
Usually I do easy. I do the easy bots to quickly get myself in queued for head height and stuff. Then I do medium, and then I do like 3 or 4 50 of them, and I
Okay.
just click the heads
Okay, that's
for
pretty good. How long would you say it takes? Like maybe 10, 15 minutes?
yeah, about
Okay.
10 maybe 10 minutes usually because I try to flick quick on easy too, just to have that quickness.
Yeah. So do you warm up every time before you play comp, or just sometimes?
Um, it
Depends.
if I'm awake before like I get woken up and I get asked to play a comp, and I just, because they're on a losing streak, like dad could be on a losing streak and he wants some help, I'll just hop on, play 1 or 2 games, and then I'll probably go play something else for a few minutes. Then
Okay.
I'll probably go warm up.
Okay. So as long as you're doing it consistently, that's all that I'm really getting at here. So one other thing that I did notice, I'm gonna ask you a few questions. How bad do you wanna like rank up in this game? Is it kind of just like a
Um,
for a fun thing, or do you really wanna
I
like
do
be
want to rank up. I do very much.
okay?
Like I do enjoy this game. I've been playing this for like a year
Okay.
now.
How much would you say you play each day?
Each day, maybe 6, maybe 7 hours a day.
Okay, so I could be wrong about this, but on Discord I saw that you play like 3 other games.
Yes, I
So
do.
so one thing about that is that it's gonna be really hard to be good at like 4 games simultaneously. Um, so I don't know how much you play the other ones, but this is also something for you to mainly think about is just kind of like how much time you're putting into each game. Because Valorant's a game where you need to put a lot of consistent time in and to get like your muscle memory built up and then to actually rank up. So that's something you could think about. I'm not gonna like critique you too much on that, but that is something I noticed.
Yeah, for Apex, when I was playing Apex, I played that when I woke up because for me, playing something super fast paced like that, it's very good to wake up.
Yeah.
And then one of my friends texted me, asked me if I wanted to play a game with him for a little while.
Okay. All right. So yeah, we can go ahead and get started if you'd like. Um,
Yeah. I was just in the range trying to shoot bots for a little while.
for sure. So what agents do you want to look at?
Right now I'm just doing Reyna and Jett.
Okay.
And I haven't really decided for a third, simply because And I've played every agent, literally everyone, at least like 3 comp games.
Okay.
And my preferred, if I would prefer a third, it'd be like Killjoy.
Okay. Sorry, you said Raze and who?
Reyna
Oh, Reyna. Okay.
and Jett.
Okay,
Reyna
my
and
bad, my
Jett.
bad. That's perfect. Yeah, we
You're
did
good.
talk about that. Yeah, you can go ahead and screen share though. We can hop into a game.
Okay.
Hopefully, the quality should be pretty good in the server. I think regardless.
Yeah. It should be up now.
It is loading. There we go. Okay. Yep, we're good. Do you have any ideas of what like your main issues might be, or what you think you should focus on?
Inconsistency. I can play games like I'll go to my career real quick. Like I can do this, and then I drop to this.
Okay. I will say this is pretty normal, to some degree. Like, you can go to Q, by the way. Like, it's normal to be, it's normal to not top frag like every single game, but the amount, so like if you get a 26 kill game, it's okay to not get 26 kills the next game, but obviously getting 6 kills is not ideal for winning the game. So if we can get that up to, if you can just go even, then that's what we want to focus on right now.
All right.
So, it's something I do whenever I'm frustrated with a game like that is after that game, I will go into the range and just continue to, warm up again for another 5 or 10 minutes. Just, one, to like, if you're upset or angry about the game or how you performed, it gives you a chance to kind of cool off, but also, to get your aim back in shape for the next game. Maybe get another 26 kill game like that.
All right.
So I'll be looking at how you play mechanically. I'll be looking at everything pretty much, and whatever stands out, I will make sure to emphasize, because usually in the case of low rank players, there's 1 or 2 or maybe even 3 like major things that you might be doing wrong. In the case of the person I coached yesterday, it was just one very large thing and then a few minor things. Of course, there will probably be minor things with you as well, but that's pretty normal.
Yeah. Like when I started, I've never played a tactical FPS before I started Valorant. So when I started Valorant, this was all new to me.
Yep.
So I learned everything from scratch.
Yep.
And luckily, I didn't really have them teaching me, but my cousin, he plays and he is plat. So I had a little help in like learning crosshair placement and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's cool. This is also, I like this map. Okay, so we like Jett over Reyna, or is it kind of even?
It's even. I'm better with like Reyna's abilities. Like I'm good with Jett's abilities except her knives. I'm learning how to get better with her knives, so I am trying to get better. I do smoke, my dash, I do all of it.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and say one thing that just came to my mind so for this map, since there are 3 sites, what we want to do on both attack and defense is try to spread out where we play. So instead of trying to go like the same place every round, let's try to think about going different places and opening up new opportunities for our team. Obviously, you might actually do that without me having to say anything, but I like to say that because a lot of the time I'll notice lower ranked players kind of go to the same place without really thinking. So if I can go ahead and say that before the game starts, that might be good.
On Haven, I do try to do that. I do tend to forget to do that on like Ascent when I'm attacking. I'll go tiles more than anything because I like to play Reyna there.
Yep.
And that Reyna's very good for attacking mid.
And that's called autopiloting, by the way. When you go like when you keep going to the same place without like much thought. And that's pretty normal problem because like maybe you're thinking about something else and not really thinking about where you should go, which is fine, but something to be mindful of.
All right.
So what do we buy on pistol round?
I buy a smoke and a ghost.
Okay, that's what I would buy. Or sometimes I'll buy light armor and double smoke, but
sometimes I'll buy light armor and an updraft, depending on how well I did the first half.
Okay. That's
or
not
how
bad.
well I did the first game.
So where do you want to play here? As soon as the game starts, or before the game even starts, you want to think about what you want to do, where you want to go?
Personally, me playing on this on attacker, I've always tried to push A first because I think that's like one of the hardest sites to push into.
So you want to stop people that might push A?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, long is a good place to start for sure. Also looking at the enemy team, you might want to look at their agents, think about what abilities they might throw at you.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe like a silver dart might come in or a breach flash,
Yeah.
so be careful. Maybe a sky
Yeah.
flash too. Those are things that I'm looking at the start of the game.
Yeah. Breach flashes, I cannot dodge them.
It's pretty normal. You can either push you or you can rotate, yeah.
Yeah, and I heard comms.
Oh, I can't hear comms, by the way, just so you know.
I granted audio. I don't know why.
You might
it's
want
not
to
working.
wait unless your team's calling, they're pushing still. See
Yeah,
where...
they called C.
Okay, looks like they might come. I think they might go A.
Yeah, hey. Damn. Okay.
Okay, so...
There,
You go ahead.
yeah. There, I did not know where my crosshair placement was. That smoke screwed me over.
Do you think there's something else you could have done better that round?
Probably not have flicked over to short and held right there, that box. Because most times it's usually always two there. I just didn't think there.
What I'm actually getting at is that you over-rotated. You know what that means?
Rotated too quickly.
Yeah, like, so basically if you look at the minimap, 4 of your teammates were already towards C. So, I mean, I'm not, like, upset with you because your team did call it was C and you saw one on C, but normally you don't want to rotate everyone to a site, especially on this map since there's 3 sites. Yeah, so here we can buy... Okay, you like to buy Sheriff? Here, on this round, you want to spend as much money as you can. So you might just want to sell Sheriff and buy Spectre. Don't look at what your teammates are buying, because it doesn't really matter. Buy Smoke and Updraft as well. And go, yeah, this is fine. You can play here again. So we're playing the same place, I'm just keeping note of that. It's fine.
Yeah.
Let's go for a flank here. Slow flank. Yeah. They have no sentinels, that's why I'm asking you to do that.
Yep.
You could probably run.
God, I whiffed.
You're good. He could be to your right. Or C. He has a Marshall.
Okay.
Okay, I'm actually shocked that there's a Berm in their spawn. I don't know why he was there.
Yeah, that happens a lot in my games.
So
Well,
now we can go. I'm gonna show you a good spot. So you know long where you were, you can go long again because they might honestly come A this time. They might also go C, but so there's a box. See, A long, that big lock. Yeah, you can try to cross to the left because this round, I want you to know that you have a worse gun than your wait, hold tab. Yeah, the enemies are gonna have better guns, so you want to cross to the box and try to hide and wait for them.
All right.
Yep, just wait. You're good. We can walk out a little wider here. No, you're good.
I think they fake dart.
Don't over rotate.
I'm going short to see if maybe they went through when I was behind the box.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, no, they're C. Oh, there was one. Damn.
Yeah,
Okay.
so now we probably don't want to flank anymore because Brim's gonna do that probably every round because he's just not good at the game. But that's okay. You can go mid and fight mid if you'd like. These guys like to push from mid and garage, it seems, and go towards C, but they might also go A soon. So open to all possibilities. You can just fight window. Okay. So we're gonna want to expect C or A here. You could probably rotate to A. I have a good feeling it's gonna be A. We have smokes. You can go C. Yeah, they're gonna. Okay. They're gonna go garage to C.
Yeah.
He was mid window.
Dang. That breach just likes the camp.
Yeah, I would like to see you not flank anymore, just because that guy. But you guys did win. I want to see you play towards C this time. So, do you normally swap between sites whenever you defend? You could buy Spectre or Judge. Judge is honestly pretty good. Spectre's good too.
I'm no good with shotguns.
Okay. So let's show you a corner to the. Let's play close right here. Yep. Yep. So only thing we need to be careful of is breach ult. So if you get breach ulted, you can just smoke, and hopefully your Reyna will help you garage. You could ask your Reyna to watch garage for you.
Hey Reyna, can you watch garage?
Okay, we need to start walking over toward garage here because it looks like they're in mid. This Reyna's potentially smurfing. Okay, good try.
Tried to get a better gun.
You're good.
Yep.
What were you gonna say?
I try to get a better gun. Try and take a fight with a better gun, because fighting a Vandal with a Spectre is a little difficult now.
Yeah, that was okay. You just took a second to grab it, which is fine.
Yeah.
You also did have a chance to kill her because she didn't even have her gun out when you looked up at her.
Yeah. Yeah.
So now we can buy. I think. Okay, we could just force again maybe, and then next round we can have knives potentially.
Yeah.
So we could play C again. I'm just telling you where I might predict them to come. Honestly, I'd be playing also a pretty aggressive mid, but we don't have to do that right now.
Yeah.
We're just predicting the C push. You don't have to peek. You have a Spectre. Spike drop C. You can say that. You're gonna want to smoke here for this guy ult. Can smoke again. Yeah, a little quicker on the smoke there. You would have been good. Also, it's unfortunate you didn't have teammates with you because they could have helped you a lot there. So kind of my bad for telling you to play close. I didn't realize they had Sky ult, but we could have still potentially made it work.
Yeah, I didn't look. That was also a little bit of my fault.
So something valuable that we can teach you here is that you've been waiting for them to come C, right? And so they just got kind of destroyed at C, even when they ulted. So there's a good chance they're probably not going to go C next round. So now you have you only have a few options to pick from next round. You play B or A, pretty much. So
I'm
honestly,
feeling B because
I was going to say that as well.
Like, I'm just feeling B because they do like to push through garage and mid.
I'd like to see you play a little more aggressive mid, because you have dash, right? So it's like kind of like a get out of jail free card.
Yeah. Though sometimes I've had it happen to where I've dashed out and I still died. So.
Yeah. You really want to think about where you are. Oh, okay, nice. You're only thinking about where you are and then where you need to dash to be safe.
Yeah.
So we're gonna walk out from left side of B to the left side of mid, and then you could dash to cubby. You know where cubby is?
I do believe.
You can request a gun from your arena.
Raina, buy me, please. Can you buy me? Thank you.
Okay, good comms. So yeah, we can start on the left side, right, really close to the barrier, and then just place your crosshair window and walk out. And then if someone sees you, you can dash. Also, they can see you from the right side once you walk out a little more. Yep, no fear.
I hear a spray.
You can flank. You can flank. This is really good. Jump up window, walk.
Ah,
Yeah, so
did.
we ran and then we jumped. So you made a lot of noise there. You didn't
yeah.
need to. Which I already wrote that down actually.
Okay.
So like whenever you're in an area where there's probably enemies around, you want to really make sure to hold shift and not make too much noise.
All right.
Any questions about that?
No, not really, because I have seen, because I stream. I do actually stream games.
Oh, cool.
So like, I do VOD reviews every now and then just to see where I messed up, and I do see that I mess up quite a bit when it comes to shift walking. I'll just not do it, and I'll give my position away.
Yeah. So it's really just something to get a feel for over time from like playing enough. Like you did it whenever you saw the brim in their spawn as well. You kind of ran. This brim is always the last alive, always somewhere random. Yeah. Also, yeah, I think you could have probably got away with that if you didn't make noise too, though. Those are the type of like flanks that are really good to do sometimes on this map as duelist.
What the hell?
I'm not even surprised what I'm watching.
I guess this is just bronze, I guess, huh?
really, like, yeah, bronze, silver.
God.
You can easily make it to gold. It's gonna be a matter of time and continuing to play.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna pop knives. Whenever you get knives, you always want to use them immediately.
All right.
We can go mid again. I like the sheriff buy. The Reyna likes. Yeah.
All right, go ahead. No.
The Reyna likes to push mid sometimes, so we're kind of waiting for her. You do the same thing. This time, if they're A or C, just don't push. You can just rotate because their brim's always there.
Yeah, Brim's always watching for it, so. I'm so bad with my knives.
Good try.
Yep.
Whenever you think
a little bit.
Whenever you think of knives, you can like, you might feel like it might feel awkward to you because you like it doesn't feel like a gun because it doesn't look like a gun, but really you can just think of it as though you're one tapping with a vandal, or yeah, because that made it easier for me when I started. And then once you get good at like tapping people, then also three body shots is one kill, right?
Yes.
Okay.
3 shots, 1 kill.
Yep. So once you get better at that, you can practice jumping and updrafting and dashing updrafting. Yeah, she's not bad. Hold tab. Okay. Yeah. She's not smurfing, I don't think. She's just kind of aggressive. So we can go A. I'm going to show you play to do on A. Go short.
Okay.
And so we can peek all the way into like toward their spawn, like past where the barrier is on their side right now. We can actually peek past that. If we shift walk down, and you're gonna want to expect one, and if you need to, you can dash back.
Alright.
And this is another way we can peek for kills.
I got comm C. I'm gonna
keep walking. The brim's probably near here, maybe window or to the left. Okay, you can run a little bit, I think. Oh, wow, he's actually there. Okay, you can get like 3 here. Have patience, breathe, you got it. Remember, you have dash. Oh, that's
My
really
God.
unfortunate.
Okay, that was a good shot. I'm gonna be honest. Way to
It's
go,
okay.
Brim.
I might have waited for the smoke to clear, but honestly, it's okay. You can go
Okay.
for the A peek again. These guys, they play quite weird, honestly. Like, for me, watching from a perspective of, uh, like a higher rank, it's quite weird to watch.
Yeah.
But
That's how I feel like when I watch like pro play. It's like how
completely
I
different
don't
game.
get.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I very much enjoy watching like the VCT stuff.
Yeah, this is your chance here. You can get out, get out, get out. This is where you want to get out. You get 2 kills is really good. You can fight long. You don't need to push. You don't need to push.
Oh, I messed my dash up.
My bad. When I said fight long, I meant like you just kind of like hold it. And
Oh, okay.
so the reason I know you got 2 and you kind of wanted to get more, like probably get the adrenaline pumping, but the reason we want to kind of just chill there is because even if you just get 1, if you can get out and live, if you think about it, it's a 5v4 there, and after you kill 2, it's a 5v3, and that means the odds of you winning the round go up by quite a lot. So, good job though.
Okay.
Good kills.
Yep.
So now they might not want to peek A because you just kind of destroyed them.
Yeah.
So you can try to go for the mid fight again. You kind of whiffed last time, but you know.
Yeah, I whiffed a little bit, but
You don't need to give
it's
up on
fine.
it. Yeah.
Nah. I've actually been trying to like not rage anymore because when you rage, it does mess with your mental quite a bit.
It does. I have that issue.
So
Hold tab.
I
I think your teammates can buy you so you can get full armor. If they want to drop you. Nah, you can
can I
just
get a
them.
buy?
Okay. Remember, play close left. Just gonna walk out. Have some confidence.
Yeah.
Use dash when you need.
Yeah, like I main.
You see someone? Yep. That's the angle I was trying to tell you earlier that they could see you from. That's a really, really broken angle. I'll show you that after the game.
Alright.
Sorry, what were you gonna say though?
When I started this game, I mained Phoenix, so I started out on duelist.
Okay. Phoenix is actually a pretty good agent. He's probably not the best duelist, but he's pretty good in the right hands.
Yeah. Do hope they buff him because I think that would be nice.
That would be scary.
A little bit, yeah,
It-
because
it's-
his flashes are still really nice.
It's not that he's bad, it's just that he's kind of harder to master than the other duelists. Like, other duelists are a little easier to kind of like pick up. Yeah, man, you can easily get out of this rank. I think, what's your sensitivity in DPI?
325, I do believe.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's pretty good sense.
I actually used to play on a very high sense, so.
Me too. I'm a little concerned about your aim and your crosshair placement right now, but it might just also be an off game. You might be nervous. You might feel under pressure, cause.
Yeah.
But, you know, I'm just telling you what I see. So.
All right.
So we can pick maybe C. Honestly, they want C quite a bit, and also. Wait, hit B. Okay, never mind. You're good. You can buy Sheriff. Do you ever buy Phantom?
Yes.
I think that might suit you a little better. I'm not sure though. We can play on top of the box. To the left. You might get breach ulted. Yeah, right there. Yep. Yeah. You might get breach ulted, but you can just smoke if you do. Same thing. Call C.
C
You can shoot it. Yeah. Yeah.
I whiffed so hard.
You're good. That's why I'm concerned about your aim. I'm not sure if it's just that you feel under pressure, but maybe maybe we could get you like aim lob or something. I feel like that might help.
All right.
Do you normally whiff like that, or is it more so this game?
Don't. In that situation, I usually do hit that shot.
Okay, I'm not really worried about that. But that spot, you like that spot, right? Because she didn't even see, you didn't even look up
I
at
actually
you.
don't usually play that spot. So.
Yeah, so is Jett. That's a really nice one.
All right.
Oh. Okay, so here, where do we like to go?
I like to peek A. Personally, A long.
Okay, you can. So if you like to go somewhere, you can ask your team. Let's go A, guys.
Uh, yeah. Let's all go away. This could be good.
I like that. So yeah, that basically tells your team to be on the same page with you, and it'll give you a higher chance of at least starting the round off strong.
All right.
Because more than likely, the enemy team probably won't be saying stuff like that.
Yeah.
Okay, so we want to hold W key fast here. Want to clear to the right of the box. Yep, good. Now you can smoke dash.
I
Okay.
messed that up.
You're good, you're good. You see the box to your right? Oh, they're gonna jump out, they're gonna jump out. Okay. Nice. She's out. Good job. So it's a little awkward there, like how you're playing the post plant. Just like how you positioned, I mean.
Yeah.
But good shot on this Reyna. So you can, I want you to buy a Spectre again, or whatever your favorite gun is to buy here, out of your options. Let's call for a B push.
Let's go B. B push.
Yeah, so go from down here, and then make sure you watch garage. You can honestly smoke garage, and then just run toward B.
All right.
And go for some kills. Yeah, we can just run here. We don't need to be scared. They don't have. Oh, he walked out. You can dash. You can dash. This is a good dash. One's gonna come to your left. Remember, shift walk. Shift walk. Want to shift walk. You can run C. There's one toward there. Keep your gun out.
Damn.
My bad.
All right. It's fine.
Yeah.
Keep my gun out.
So here, I would personally buy a shorty. I know you said you're not the best with shotguns, but we can teach you. So
Alright.
I want you to smoke garage and just run into it, and try to kill
garage
it.
and just run.
Yeah,
Alright.
because if there's one in the smoke again, you can just kill them. You can tell your team you want to run to garage here, and they'll help you.
I'm going garage. I'm going garage.
Shorty out. Okay. Not bad. Good try.
54 blim.
The confidence is really what counts there. So hold tab. Your team should have all saved here. Looks like pretty much everyone did. But on rounds where you can't really buy, a shorty is always a good option. Even though you might not be comfortable with it right now. Confidence and the shorty go a long way. There's a lot of two kill plays you can do. Wow, that was a big bait.
Yeah. That happens a lot.
Yeah.
I've been baited a lot.
Your in is okay.
Nothing.
Good try. If you would have
try,
healed, you probably would have had it.
Yeah.
Okay, so we can buy. You can buy a Phantom if you want. You can call for the A push. A push worked first round.
Let's go A. Let's
This
do
time-
a full A push.
I'd really like to see you dash, because you haven't dashed really yet.
Alright.
You actually did once on B. You can go long and just dash in. Make sure to clear the box to the right.
Yep. I tagged her like twice.
You can just dash in. Don't need to be scared. You see the box to your right? Yeah,
Yeah.
jump up on top of that. Yep, and just sit here and wait. This is one of the best spots you can sit for defending spike.
I moved there because
You're good. Hell's always good too. Okay, that's unfortunate. You're very like
133 on breach. Yeah.
You're
Good job,
very
guys.
you're very jittery on post plant. So by that I mean you like to move around quite a lot.
Yeah.
I think that would have worked out better if you stayed on the box, even though you're flashed. Also you could have smoked whenever you got flashed by breach there. But also it's unlucky you didn't kill him.
Yeah.
You seem to you automatically buy the Vandal. Do you like it more, or is it just kind of?
It's kind of I practice with it a lot, so I
Okay.
do work.
Yeah, you could
With
peek.
the,
You could peek mid
montage.
here. I know you're low on the leaderboard, but we're not worried about that.
That
Really.
doesn't really bother me.
Yeah.
To be honest, right now.
I'm gonna peek here. Good try. So we knifed the wall for 4 seconds there, and she could cross to the left. In the cubby.
Yeah.
You guys only need 3 more rounds though. So you could tell your team that you want to dash out C next round if you want.
All right.
You guys haven't gone C.
Hey, I'm gonna dash into C next round, guys.
You can grab orb probably. I don't think you can buy. Can you?
Great.
He took the orb. You can grab C long orb, buy full armor, and sell the sheriff. You can just smoke and grab orb, and you can dash out.
Alright. Alright. Alright.
We really want to smoke get the orb here. Okay. Ren is probably pushing mid. Careful. Yeah. Good try.
Timing. Okay.
When you grab the orb, you can smoke like as soon as the round starts. And then grab the orb. It's pretty unlucky. So, you might really want to ask your team to push something together. Because you guys are actually 4v5 now, so it's really important to go together.
Let's push B together this time. Just go through B main.
Okay, ready for the mid peaks. Nice.
1 HP.
You can, there's 2B, you can ask your team to rotate.
Let's rotate.
You can walk into garage. Okay.
Let's rotate C.
They could be pushed up C already. No, I think they're both toward B, so they could be here though.
40 on breach.
You can win this quite easily.
Yeah.
Oh, he
Good
knows.
job.
How do you know
Good
that?
job.
Oh wait, can you see? I wonder if whenever you look through the brimwall, you can see people on the map.
No. I tested that. No, you can't. I don't think so,
Alright.
at least. I haven't
Wonder,
played Brim in a while, so.
wonder he knew he was there. You can request. Oh, this is fine. This is good too. Yeah. We can go A again. It seems like it's pretty easy for you guys to get onto A site. I want you to try to stay on that box. This time, the entire time,
Alright.
even if you get flashed.
Alright.
They really aren't gonna know you there. I can promise you that. Let's dash onto site. You can tell your team you're gonna dash.
I'm dashing on site.
It's unlucky. It's quite hard to
Yeah.
turn from those, especially. I don't know. Breach is just not a fun character to play against, honestly.
He is not. I have played against several breaches that have just brutally screwed me over.
If that guy let your Brim die, I would have been very sad for him.
Yeah, no, that would have been sad.
How's he even? How'd they get past the trips? He's jumping over the trips. There's one more flank. You'd say that. I think you're in those.
One more flank.
Yeah. It's not good. Alright, we got it. You could just rotate. Tell him to rotate.
You can rotate if you want.
Just run C, literally. Yeah. Usually, definitely, she can beat them there. She's so fast.
Yeah, Neon is so fast. Man. I tried playing her. I am so bad at her. I just tried to like mess with her in like a unrated.
She's actually kind of mediocre in terms of like how good she is. So.
Yeah.
But she's really fun. I mean, I'll give her that.
Yeah, she is fun. It's just she is very difficult though.
Yeah, the stuns make it.
CT.
So this is pretty common whenever you like, whenever you're in a scenario like this in like a 2v1, you really want to try to group up with your teammates, because if you take 1v1s, it just gives the enemy that's alive 2 free chances to win 1v1s instead of a 1v2. Good throws.
That was a whiff. I would have been. He's aiming at the toes, man.
Yeah. Have you been playing consistently for a full year, or just like you started a year ago?
I started a year ago, and I did take a little time off, but that was because I was moving and I had no internet at the time.
Okay, let's go A again. And try to actually get the dash off here. You can buy. Okay, I was just curious.
Yeah, no, I had to take a little time off because I moved, and I was probably on the road for like, I don't know, like 3 weeks, 4 weeks.
Wow.
Oh.
I think I got you killed by that guy like 3 times now. It's okay to. I mean, there's not much you could do about that one. We didn't know he was gonna opt that, honestly.
Yeah.
This Reyna pushes every single round. You could also wait for her mid. That's another play, but I think we have sight. So.
Oof. That's one heck of a slide right there.
Looks like you guys got it. Maybe. Maybe
long,
not.
long.
No, this guy's got it. You could flash as if he's short. That's what I would do.
Good job.
Okay, so any questions about the game?
At the moment, no. Bandit, leave my flyer alone. Sorry. cat's messing with my wires.
You're good. I have a cat as well, so I know the feeling.
He's a kitten right now, and he just likes wires for some reason.
How old is he?
How old is he, Dad? Like, what, 3, maybe 4 weeks?
Oh, dang. So very small.
8 weeks, 8 weeks.
Okay.
He's still really tiny, though.
Yeah, mine's about 8 months.
Yeah, we have two. One's Smokey, and the other's Bandit.
You could stop screen sharing, by the way. I'll screen share.
Alright.
Okay, can you see?
Yeah.
Okay, so there's some few like moderate things I want us to look at, and then after those I will just talk about the map, kind of in general.
All right.
So do you have any questions about the game that you just played?
A way I can use my knives better on that map, because that's like probably one of my worst maps for Jett knives.
Okay, it's really not gonna be just that map. It's gonna be in general.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm saying the tips that I'll give you will be for in general, because there's nothing too special about this map. It's maybe a little bit closer range, which is why it might be harder for you.
All right.
I think crosshair placement is something that you need to work on, as well as your overall aim. You might wanna swap from like warming up for like 10 to 15 minutes to like 20 or 30 minutes, just until you feel like you can feel your aim getting better.
My ult's ready.
Yeah.
Oops. So okay. So I wrote like a bunch of things down. I'm just gonna list them off. If you want to talk about some of them, we can.
All right.
So the first thing I wrote down was this over rotate here. So we were playing A, and then your team called C. So your team can call C without you having to rotate. So scenarios where I wouldn't over rotate. Do you understand what I mean by over rotate, by the way?
Yeah.
Okay. So like
rotating too quickly or rotating too soon. And
yeah, exactly.
Like
so if I see like literally 4 of my teammates here, I would never rotate from A. Or if I see like 3 teammates here and then 1 running towards C, I would never leave here. And it's the same if you're on C and then there's 4 teammates on A. Unless you see like 2 people right here coming out, right, on the enemy team, then you can rotate, because they're probably going to come to site. Like all of them are probably going to come to site. But if this is smoked off and then it's been like 10 or 15 seconds since your team said it was C, you probably don't want to rotate because they're probably doing a fake. So
all right.
what we want to do is, if we can even stay in a position like right here and just wait, whenever they run up here, they're going to run up here with confidence, and they're probably not going to clear this corner to begin with, let alone whenever they're doing a fake. So you can just kind of kill like 2 or 3 here if you have the aim for it. And so that's an advantage of not over rotating. And this applies, again, like I said, if you're on C or B or wherever, and on any map as well. So any questions about that?
No, I do get that very much.
Okay, good.
Alright.
So, I did ask you to play this corner right here as well. I told you to cross. And I told you to play out wider, and you try to do this. But what I meant, actually, instead of playing like this, I meant, do you know what an off angle is?
Yeah, I do.
So instead of playing like this, I would prefer you play like this, right? This is much better for you.
Alright.
And the reason this is because if someone will actually clear this, they'll go like this, right? If you're right here, it's gonna be more awkward for them to kill you, because most low rank players don't clear like this. Most low rank players are just gonna go like this. So in that case, you want to really stand kind of like this somewhere, because this is still covering your body, but you're not in you're in a more advantageous spot. So off angles are just, so like if you want to play in this corner, we could, instead of playing here, we could play out a little bit.
Okay.
And it's just any corner. So instead of playing in the corner itself, you just play kind of out. That's why it's called an off angle.
Okay.
So any questions about that?
No, I'm gonna have to learn
How to position exactly.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to learn positioning, and probably gonna be a little aggravating for me.
Yeah, just basically, if you're ever gonna sit in a corner, ask yourself, is it likely for someone to check this? If the answer is probably, then you should just move out a little bit, because it'll give you an advantage, and you'll get a feel for that over time.
Okay.
Next thing, which you already talked about, was walk near enemies and making less noise. So I think you're focusing on other things whenever you do this. So like whenever you I don't know. I remember if you ran the whole way, but you saw the brim right here. You might have been walking, and you saw the brim, and you just started running, and you kept running and running and running. And the reason this is bad is because basically whenever you run, you're just telling the enemy team, okay, I'm right here, I'm right here, I'm right here, I'm right here, I'm right here. Whenever you shift walk, even if you take a step and then shift walk, like from whenever you step, you could be in like a, a whole radius. Yeah. So like that's why you wanna shift walk. And you did this. Another bad example of when you did this is whenever you came out to B. I think you dashed. You just kind of like ran around here like this. So like yes, they know that you dashed in, but like you can still shift walk after the dash. You don't need to, you know, you don't need to run. That's just giving them. That's telling them where you are. So that's very, very important. That's something you really want to focus on. That's one of the most important things I saw. And so you want to put more of your mind or more of your focus into making sure that you don't run in scenarios like that. So it's a simple thing, but it goes a long way.
All right.
Next is clear corners. So this is also very simple, but I noticed that a lot of the time you and your teammates and probably enemy players don't clear corners. So believe it or not, I told you to clear this once and you actually didn't clear it. So I know it's hard, but it should just be like a natural thing. It should be like second nature to do. Just clear the corner, make sure there's no one there. And also, one more thing I'll say is there's actually a difference between clearing corners and expecting someone to be there. So if you just clear the corner, I've done this like a million times. You like clear the corner and there's actually someone there, but you clear the corner so fast you turn away because you're not actually expecting someone to be there. So you need to clear the corner with the expectation of someone being there.
Okay.
And you don't need to clear corners that don't make sense. For example, like, you know, if we're starting right here, we don't need to clear this corner because they can't be there yet. So but if we're pushing into enemy territory, you want to always clear corners. Pretty much any corner that exists, we want to clear it.
All right.
Okay. So I wrote down squirmy post plant, as in like you're moving around a lot, which I mentioned as well. So like whenever you're here, you have a few options. You have a few pretty good options to sit. So as a duelist, you might want to play toward or forward more. So like instead of like hiding, you might want to play a spot like this, which is where I would opt for almost first always. So this spot's really good. You will get flashed some of the time. If you get darted, I would suggest you definitely move. But that's the only. If you get flashed, you can sit here and wait. You can also smoke like this, just kind of chill. Also, you can. Sometimes people will jump up on this ledge, which is really nice. So just trying to chill and post plant, because like I remember once I saw you run around over here. You're running around, peeking here, peeking here. It's unnecessary peeking and a lot of running and moving. So another place you can play is hell. You can just kind of chill here like this. You can also watch long from here. Another thing you can do is sit like this and just kind of wait for them here. Again, these are all sort of not like super aggressive, but like you're like the front line of defense, if that makes sense. Because, and like say the spike's planted back here, in order for them to get to that, they have to get through you first. So your job is to not, you don't want to push, like you don't want to just be going like hard in here, right? That's just kind of dumb. But I didn't see you do that, so that's good. You can also play this spot here. This is called graffiti. Because of that.
Yeah, graffiti art right there.
Yeah, exactly. So if you want to play a little more defensive, you can just sit right here. We don't really need to peek anything, because like I saw you peeking this and this. We don't need to peek this until we have a good timing. So by that I mean, if someone in heaven is shooting like someone on your team long, then you can peek and shoot them. Or if you heard someone running out, you can try to shoot them here. Another good spot's like right here. I'm not going to talk about all the spots, but we'll talk about some of them. So any questions about any of this? Because I know it's kind of a lot.
At the moment, no, I do realize I needed that. I'm so jittery.
Yeah, so just like try to be a little more calm. Like, I know, especially like a sky flashing, breach flashing, like stuns, everything. It's kind of hectic, and it feels like, you know, maybe like you kind of scared and you should move to be safe, but you do have smokes, which is the main thing you can use to counter when you get flashed. And also if you get flashed and you drop like this, you're making noise, and there is again telling them where you are. So yeah, I think you'll get the hang of it though, for sure.
Alright.
Starting almost every round slow. Okay, so I noticed this a lot. I noticed this with a few other people I've coached. So starting off every round slow, I mean like, for the biggest example I noticed was like they're unstarted and you're just knifing the wall here for a few seconds. Also, whenever you were here, instead of hugging the barrier, which is like in the middle of this, you're kind of back here, and then you walked forward. So that means you're wasting like this much distance, which sounds kind of nitpicky, but actually it really does matter. Because the maps are designed with the barriers so that you can peek certain areas, and sometimes you have the advantage on defense, and sometimes you have the advantage on attack. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So like,
I never actually noticed that little cat face. Wait, what?
That?
Yeah, I never noticed that.
Me neither. That's funny. So yeah, so like, if you sit here and wait a few seconds, that gives them a chance to cross into here without you being able to see them. If you just peek as soon as the round starts, they can't cross there without you seeing them. So that's why that is important. It's kind of minor, it's kind of nitpicky, but it will matter, and you'll die to unnecessary things like that whenever you do this. So just keeping your mind aware of that as well.
Yep. Okay. And
this applies on defense, on attack, and on any map. So, yeah. Again, I wrote down comm important things. Do you usually comm things, or I'm guessing you probably comm some things, but not all the time.
Yeah.
So, important things. What do you think important things might be to comm?
Important things are damage numbers, whether you're getting pushed or not.
Yep. Okay. Those are both very good. Those are both definitely important things.
They have ults or not.
Yep.
Stuff like that.
Okay, so just thinking about it right now is going to be useful for you in the future, because if you've never really thought about that before, then you probably won't say those things. But if you think about it now and then you tell yourself that they're important, you probably will. So, so yes, damage numbers, how much you damage someone for, is mainly important if, like, you do 120 or like a decent amount of damage, or if you do enough damage and then teammates also do damage that adds up to like 140 or whatever, then you can say they're 10 HP because you can do the math. Also saying if they're pushing, like whenever they push, instead of just saying C, you might want to say however many people you hear. So if you hear 3, I would say at least 3 long instead of saying like 3, because if you say at least 3, that implies there's 3 now, but there's more than likely probably going to be more very soon. So, also, whenever you say stuff on attack, you can phrase things a little differently. Like you say, let's go A or whatever. Instead of saying like, let's go A, you can hit tab, say, all right, let's go A, I'm gonna ult, or let's go A, breach, can you ult site, stuff like that. And this might be a little complex for you right now, but as you start to do the more, like these important comms, like damage numbers, where to go, they're pushing me, stuff like that, you can combine them with like abilities, with ults, even with guns, like, all right, I'll buy you, help me get the orb along, or whatever, stuff like that. Also, when you grab the orb here, you like kind of peeked and then cross. All you need to do is just, as soon as the round starts, they shouldn't even be able to see you, right? And then you get the orb.
Okay.
And then if you get spammed through the smoke, then it's really unlucky for you. And when you grab the orb, you can grab it off to the side instead of grabbing it in the middle, like this. And obviously there shouldn't be a gap here, because then they probably won't kill you. So does the comm related things make sense?
Yes.
Okay, so those are all the things I have written down. But every time I do this, I'll always show people my favorite spots to play on each site. So would you like me to do that?
Sure.
What'd you say?
Sure.
Okay.
Sure, that's fine.
Yeah, so this spot up here is one I think you probably didn't know about before.
Yeah, no, I've never actually played there.
So this spot's good. Again, we might want to play a little out. The one downside of this is you see garage here. If no one's watching garage here, this is going to be dangerous. If the enemy team smokes right here, that means they're probably coming C. So the way you want to play this is try to let 1 or 2 come out and then try to kill people as they're running in. Like, once they're out, you can kill multiple. Because if you shoot the first guy, then the second guy is going to turn and look at you as he's running in. But yeah, obviously this is tough if you're going to get droned or if they're going to have sky ult, because then your position is just
know where you are.
Exactly. So, yeah, this spot's very good. You notice the Reyna didn't even look at you. You just kind of whiffed, which is unlucky.
Yeah, I whiffed very bad there.
It's no problem. It happens. So we can play this spot. These are spots you probably are only going to play once, because once you play them, you're probably gonna get some kills, which means the enemy team is gonna be like, well, shucks, we got destroyed, so they're gonna be extra aware to check that spot next time. And so this spot's a little different here. We can play this to watch garage, and we can also sit like this. Instead of playing this corner, we want to play like this. This is how I would play it. And then getting out, you know. So other than that, some cool spots that you can use. These are like the first front line of defense again. It's like they have to get through you here in order to get to sight. So these are the aggressive spots. There's about 3. And also, if you just want to peek, you can peek like this. I would peek on the left side. Because if you're on the right side, then you're kind of stuck here. Isolated. So you can peek like this. And then if you want to play more passive spots, we can just sit back here and peek from back here. Or you can sit...
I like to play back there with an op.
Yeah, that's really good. And you can also op from up here. It's always a good option. And also, you can peek from right here. And then we can sit right here and hold garage. And if there's no one garage and they're coming out C, you're in a position to kill 2 or 3. So... other than that, one more spot I'll show you, because I know this is a lot, but you'll be able to go back through it on YouTube. You can jump right here, and then from this spot you can hold here, here, and here. This is good if you're on attack and you get the spike down. You can sit here, here, and here. Watch all these. So anything else for this site you want to talk about?
Not on this site. I pretty much looked at every area and seen what you did, the off angles and stuff.
All right, perfect. Yeah. So, yeah, those are just some spots I like for C. For garage, my go-to spot is gonna be, well, this is actually a ramp. Did you know that? So you can actually walk up this.
Wait, what?
Everyone always gets their mind blown by this. I love it.
What? How does that work?
I
don't get that.
Oh no, this is like in the actual game they have this as just like a triangle ramp. So it's not actually as it appears. So you can walk up this and it gives you a little height advantage. And so people can't get through garage here if you kind of watch like this.
And you can actually see a little higher.
Yeah, exactly. Too. So it's kind of nice.
Right.
I've been using that for as long as I can remember. You can also play back here. Just kind of like jiggle like this. I think Urena was doing that. But generally, I like to play closer like this. So again, not playing this corner, playing an off angle of the corner.
Alright.
And another thing we can do is just kind of jiggle like this and then peek here. And then if there's no one mid, you can tell your team that. You can also play close like this. And that's a good spot. I would never play behind this box because it's, again, kind of isolated. Like, this spot's isolated here. And this can be shot through. So.
Yeah.
On Jett.
I have spammed many people through that box.
Exactly my point, yeah. And you can hold right here like this. This is as good as Jett. So now we can go to B. This is kind of a playground for Jett, so what we want to do here, this is how I'd walk out, again, hugging the barrier as soon as the round starts. And then I'm always putting my crosshair here, because this is where you saw the Reina's head.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, when you actually saw the Reina's head, you flicked off and then someone peeked right here. So, it's just unlucky, but that's how we do that. And if you want to push, we can go here, and then we can flank, and hopefully there's not an opping brim waiting for us.
Yeah, always an opping brim, right?
Apparently, yeah. So
opping or Bucky.
This is my favorite spot to play on B, because people, like, I don't know, if you think whenever you push B, you probably don't put your crosshair up here like this, right? So you might look left or right, but usually you're gonna have to adjust kind of nicely to get up to there.
Yeah.
So if you expect enemy team to push B, this is a really good spot.
It's the same for the boxes right there on the other side.
Up here, yeah. So you have to updraft for this one, but this is also very true. And up here, if you want to hold a special angle, or if you want to op, this is probably best because you can see more than if you're on this side, if that makes sense. Just by slightly. But other than that, I wouldn't sit backside. You can walk around like this, but you don't really need to sit back here unless you're defending the spike. So that's pretty much all for there. Also, there's a cool updraft right here for on A site. This is not the best one, but this is one you could probably get away with in bronze and silver. So you're gonna want to jump and then double updraft, and then you can go for some kills like that. Might be a little hard, but yeah. So there's a lot for A site. again, for the front lines of defense, we're going to be peeking here. So this is where we can peek here, just like this. I think you like to go for this play already, so
Yeah,
glad to see that. Again, we can cross to the left, so if you've already peeked here, then we can just cross to the left to make sure not to make noise.
All right.
The next first line of defense is over here. This is where you got a double kill. Good job. There's also this box, which I don't really go on top of, but, you know, just know it's there, I guess. It's kind of cool.
Yeah.
So, also, if they're allowing us to do this, if there's no one here, you can just kind of walk up with your... You notice how I was jumping, by the way, and not making any noise?
Yeah.
So I'm just
yeah, you can jump. You can hold shift and jump up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if they're letting you do this on this map, getting up to, like, right here is really, really good. Also, this is a god spot, by the way. If you can get to this corner right here, this is amazing. You'll get, like, so basically, from this spot, you see we have all of A locked down. So we need no one else on our team to play A. Maybe someone, like, here, getting ready to rotate toward A. But from here, we really, this is all of A locked down. So in the scenario of, like, you know, your 4 teammates are on C, this is the best place you probably could have gone, right? Because not only do you have all of A locked down, but you can hear people when they're, like, right here. So, and if you have you know what trigger discipline is?
Yes.
So if you have
that's what I was trying to do for the brim discipline, so I can maybe get more than just the brim there.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So yeah, if you could have done that here when they rotated from C, instead of rotating to C with your team and over-rotating, we'd want to come here and maybe have some trigger discipline when they come in like this. And then you could probably get 3 or 4, honestly, because they're probably not expecting anyone at that point. But yeah, then again, we can flank. I'm not really going to talk about that too much because I want to show you the spots. So if you expect an A push, you can sit like here or here with a shorty. You can also just walk all the way up to like right here like this. And then try to get out, maybe pick up the gun, get lucky.
Yeah.
Another one of my favorite spots is going to be right here. So instead of the corner, you're going to play the off angle, as I've said many times. And right up here is a really good spot. You can fight like this, or you can just kind of wait for them to come up and they can't see you. So I would highly suggest this. And you can also come over here and you can hold short like this. If you really want to hold short, I would do it on top of this box instead of on this one. If you want to play on this one, I would just kind of sit here and wait. But this is definitely one you can catch people off guard on, and you can get a kill. You're just oh, I didn't mean to do that, but you can come over here.
You guys went for that box too, apparently.
Yeah. So next we have these corners like this. So the off angle here, you could probably play pretty close, pretty tight into the corner. You don't really need to play the off angle on this one. And then there's this corner. These are again a little more passive, not the front line. This is kind of like the front line of defense because they can't really plant unless they kill you here. Then if all else fails, this behind here is always a good spot because they have to come out from here and here, so you can fight either side isolated, if that makes sense. So like you don't have to peek both of them simultaneously. You can fight one or you can fight the other separately. And so other than that, that's pretty much all of A. You can go heaven, but this is generally only good if you're rotating from somewhere, and maybe if you're opping or using knives. So you asked about how do you use knives. Do you have any like primary questions about how to do that, or like what you think you need to improve on?
Really just timings, because I always have the worst timings when I do my knives. Like I'll try to hold something, the moment I turn away with my knives, they peek out, shoot me.
I actually just remembered something that you could have done better. So whenever you're right here, oops. Okay, so there we go. So whenever the round started, you're peeking as you're pulling out your knives, which is a problem, right? Because the first time you pull out your knives when you ult, it takes like a second or so, and for that second you can't use your knives. So like watch. That's as soon as like you click. So, but now, did you know that now whenever I pull out my knives, it's faster? I'm sure you knew that.
Yeah.
So now if I pull them out, it's quicker. It's still not super fast, but yeah. So I would sit behind the wall and pull them out like this, and then peek, and then start to walk up. But other than that, like I said, you can treat it just like a vandal. Oops. you just like you're tapping with a vandal, because you can do these pretty fast. So that's not quite as accurate, but as the knives, but that's okay. You can just pretend like you're tapping a vandal.
Okay.
So it's gonna take practice. Some primary tips I can give you is, if you don't know what to do with knives ever, a good play is always to just like updraft and then try to adjust your aim. That might be a little hard for you since your aim's a little, could use a little improvement right now, but as you start to get better, which you will, you can use updraft and dash like this. So, but other than that, try not to right click unless you're like really close to someone and it's your last resort, because like
You lose your knife.
yeah, obviously if you're really close, it's kind of hard to like left click someone in the head, although it is possible. But sometimes it's more natural to just right click. Like for example, if someone's like right here, you just right click them, and that's just better. So, but yeah, other than that, for knives, try to farm orbs if you want to get your knives, and remember to smoke whenever you want to grab the last orb. And always use knives as soon as you get them, because it's gonna be like a free buy for you if you once you get good at them.
Alright.
Okay, so that's gonna be about it for what I picked up. But if you have like 1 or 2 other questions right now, we can do that as well.
At the moment, I do not.
Okay, you think this was helpful at all?
Yes, this actually showed me a lot of flaws I make, and I'm gonna really try on fixing these because I'm gonna have to if I want to actually climb.
Very good. I think if you downloaded AimLab, which is free, and do you change your sensitivity at all or no?
No, I try not to.
Okay, good. That's what you should do. So maybe try to warm up for a little bit longer. Try to play consistently, and yeah, just overall try to focus on the things that I mentioned here. I can send a picture of all the things that I just wrote down. Would you like that?
Yes, please.
Because then I'll put stars next to the ones that are more important as well.
Okay.
So the most important thing is walking near enemies, because that is just like a really, really important part of the game and doing well. So
Alright.
starting, okay. So I'll go ahead and send you that, and then it can be done.
Alright.
So yeah, I think I'll
Awesome.
be coaching your dad hopefully soon. That's cool. I've never coached like 2 people in the same family before, so yeah.
Actually, the only reason I have my computer right now is because of him, so let's go.
Awesome. Okay, well, if that's all, I will I'll upload this video right after this. It'll take a few hours to get up, but
Yeah.
yeah, I'll see you in my Discord server. You can message me whenever you want as well, by the way.
Alright.
Okay. You have a good day.
You too.
See ya.
Thank you.
Of course. Alright guys, hopefully you did enjoy. Hopefully the screen didn't freeze. And yeah, if you guys like to boost my server or get coaching yourself, just, let me know. And like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys later.